host Okun, and welcome to The Other Side, a weekly casual conversation that we do here on various topics. And this week's topic is about, is the U.S. healthcare the best in the world, or are we just the most expensive in the world? And I'd like to say we're the best in the world, but some of the statistics show kind of otherwise, that we're failing in a lot of areas. We certainly are the number one most expensive healthcare in the world by far. The World Health Organization monitors various industrialized nations, and by far we outspend everybody by 2.5 times. In 1996, we averaged $4,178 per person in this country on healthcare expenses. In 2005, it was $7,290. In 2008, 15.5% of our gross national product went to payment for health care. In 2018, what they're estimating now is that 25% of our gross national domestic product is going to be spent on health care. So that kind of worries me. It's like, can we support that on the way we're going? When we look at the money being spent, $2.4 trillion is spent on health care each year in this country. That's more than all the food, all the clothing, and our national defense budget combined we are spending on health care. The World Health Organization looks at a few various things as to decide how is the healthcare system working in a particular country. They look at infant mortality. They look at adjusted life disability index, which simply means how many years you have with good quality of life that you're living to the fullest. And in both of those areas, infant mortality, in 1960 we were 12th, in 2006 we were 26th, in 2008 we were 29th, and in 2010 we were 43rd in the world. So we've been spending more money, but a lot of what's happening is not coming about. We're not really improving in certain areas. I believe we are 29th in the world in disability. So it's like we're spending all these dollars, but we're not getting the results that we want from that desired behavior. We're just not. We should be the top. I mean, we certainly have the best doctors, the best technology, the best facilities, but why are we falling behind? Why are we lagging behind? Well, one of the reasons is, there's a lot of reasons, but we can take responsibility for a lot of it as human beings, as population here, is 91% of our health care costs are spent on patients with chronic conditions. In other words, the rate of chronic conditions is somewhat preventable. Obesity, diabetes, cancer, asthma, allergies. A lot of these things are lifestyle created that we could change by our behavior. Part of our problem, we said 2/3 of our healthcare costs are being spent on chronic conditions. Things that are avoidable in a lot of cases. Not all cases, but certainly a lot of cases, our lifestyle dictates that. And part of when I talk about our healthcare, when we look at what is wrong, I think one of the main premises is we don't understand what health is in our society. Our whole healthcare delivery system is set up to be reactive in nature. In other words, we don't do things to stay well. We pay to try to get well. And when we talk about trying to get well, we're not even trying to get well. We're trying to treat symptoms. If you have asthma, well, we're treating you for asthma. If you have high blood pressure, we're going to give you a pill to bring your blood pressure down. We're not looking at the cause and trying to address the cause to stop the need for these things. So when we're talking about reactive in nature as of being proactive, well, to me, it makes more sense that we should be spending a lot of our time, our energy, our resources, and our money on teaching people preventative measures. You need to try to stay well for as long as you can, because it's all about the quality of our lives. I look at our senior citizens. We get 50 and 60 and 70, and how many of these people are now taking 5 and 6 prescriptions, medications every day to do what their bodies are no longer able to do? That's not the way it's supposed to be. We're supposed to keep working to be healthy. Don't you want to retire and to be able to do all the things that you wanted to do and not just be too sick to do it at that point? But you can't start addressing it 40 and 50, although you can. I mean, it's never too late. But when should we be addressing these issues? We should be addressing these things from the start when we're young. How do we do that? Well, we eat properly. We get plenty of nutrition, fruits and vegetables and water. We get proper exercise for our cardiovascular system. We get proper rest. We have a positive mental attitude. We focus on quality things. We have good and loving relationships, and we seek out those relationships. We don't drink alcohol excessively. We don't smoke. These are all components that these little things that you do over and over again, these things will bring you great opportunity to be healthier in the future. I know for me, I'm 54. I feel better today than I did 5 years ago. Because as much as I talk about it, my eating habits weren't that great. They needed to be improved. My exercise level was decreased. Well, now I exercise a lot. I eat a lot better. My blood pressure has dropped, and I don't take medications. I've never been on any medications, but my blood pressure, just by changing my diet, decreased drastically. My triglycerides and my cholesterol, not by taking any medications, by changing my lifestyle, decreased drastically, just doing good things. So certainly doing good things doesn't guarantee you health, but it gives you the greatest and the best opportunity to be all you can be and to live that healthier lifestyle and enjoy the quality of your life that you deserve throughout as long as you can go. Our society has been treating symptoms. We drug everything. And the symptoms are not the problem. I promise you, if you're having headaches, your headaches aren't your problem. The problem is whatever's causing the headache, so address that, whatever it might be. You know, from a chiropractic aspect, we understand that the nervous system controls everything. When your spinal column gets misaligned and damaged, we hear it all the time. Oh, it's just a little bit of arthritis. You know, it's arthritis. It's a normal aging process. That's not true. Arthritis is not normal. Arthritis is a condition of the spine degenerating over the years, or joints degenerating when they don't work right over the years. Well, it doesn't have to happen. We continue to work to keep the area functioning properly, to make sure your spinal column works, to keep you healthier, to keep the nervous system functioning at its best, so you could be at your best. But chiropractic isn't the only answer. It's one of the tools. All those other things, your attitude, your sleep, your exercise, your nutrition, your relationships, those all play a huge part in your health. So I implore each of us out there to look at the little things we're doing, to change some of those things. Start exercise, start eating better. You could fall off the wagon and change it the next day. That's okay. Every day that you're breathing, you have another opportunity to start improving. So I hope I shared some information about what I think we need to be really looking at in our society, which is proactiveness when it comes to our health. I hope I shared some things with you today that will change some of your directions. Maybe one person. That would be wonderful. And this is Dr. Lewis Okun. I love and appreciate everybody out there. Have a wonderful day, and God bless. You know, along the lines of being proactive and reactive, our healthcare delivery system is extremely reactive. I believe we need to be proactive. Now, our healthcare system does wonders for crisis situations. We could sew arms back on. We save lives all day in the emergency rooms. We have wonderful resources for those crisis situations. But that's not going to give you health. Our problem is that most of our conditions and where most of the money is being spent, those are all these chronic problems that we as the population are creating by the choices we make, both how we're being educated and how we're approaching our health. This is where we fall down dramatically and lose it, that we're always reacting. And then our reaction is to treat the symptom. Not to change your lifestyle, but to treat the symptom, because that's easier than changing your diet. It's easier than starting an exercise program. It's easier than reducing the stresses in your life. It's much easier to pop that yellow, that blue, that green pill, because that's an easy way out. I'm not saying health is not something that's not difficult to get, because it takes effort and energy and commitment, but it is there. And if we change those things, we can absolutely change the healthcare of this United States and decrease costs and have better quality of life and way better health. Again, this is Dr. Lewis Okun, bringing you the other side. I hope you guys learned something. I had a great time being here. I'll see you next week. God bless you and love you.